while all the action is on the inside, so not that much stuff getting relegated to being handled by the OPRs. Wow, that was a complicated way of saying that. But there you go. Doing good so far. Here watching this arm, kind of hard to save. Well, clearly the brunt of the force is coming from the body, I think, but it's really hard to tell whether there's impeding going on with this forearm. And also skaters know that it's really hard to see, so they are all often the skaters are sneaky about it and like have the sort of what I call fist in the stomach style forearms. They're like pushing with this hand. Probably call could be made there. Ended up again with a no call. Not quite clear enough for me. Yeah, looking good to my eye. Yeah. Like I was late to turn my head, and also like I was wondering about this in real time. Because I'm looking at this because it has high game impacts. But I was wondering about this contact here in the back, which like sort of smelled to me as a possible like back block. But yeah, I did not see the situation from end to end, so no way for me to make the call. Also, well, very hard to call back blocks when you're like from the front because you don't actually see the point of contact. I don't like that sort of officiating very much, where you just like think that surely there was a back block or like high block, even though I didn't see it. I mean, if you don't see it, just don't call it. There's enough stuff to like actually look at and call without calling the stuff you don't actually see. There's the green jammer leading with their head here. This is unsafe, so it's very sensitively being called, and they're right away jammer ref calling. Well, again, a lot of stuff going on. Jammer ref quickly to call off the head block. And here again, well, guess who it is? It's one hand outside for the green jammer, black jammer, excuse me. And both of us OPRs signaling it to the inside. And the non-existing audience, well, there is some audience behind us on an upper level, but they can't see the OPRs in that position. I know a very important detail for you all. Glad to provide that important context. Obviously not a huge audience regardless. Well, now that was more than one handout, so so black jammer getting recycled, the OPRs getting recycled alongside. Out of play from the front. Jam being called. Slight delay because there was clearly obstruction. The jammer ref didn't see the call off right away because there were 8 skaters in between them. OPRs often help while like tapping their helmets. That's also an unofficial hand signal. That's a signal to the jammer ref that there is a jammer trying to call off the jam, but at least in my area and well, every game I've worked with internationally in the World Cup, like everywhere, only the jammer ref will ever call off the jam due to the jammer calling. So we only give information to the jammer ref and let them either call off the jam or not. They are the only one who really knows that. Are they lead or not? Did a penalty just happen? Like all that jazz. So we relegate that to the jammer ref. Why I paused here, I was looking at this offense. And that looks like a lateral movement to me. In turns, it's often hard to see exactly the direction of gameplay. You can't use like grains. Wow, that was not a good line to show. Well, on the straightaways, you can often see these are not straight at all, but you get it. And the grains on the floor, you can use that often to gauge the direction. That doesn't obviously happen in turns. But you have these 10 feet lines that are hopefully put straight. Well, they are here. The track is built on a painted track and is very nicely built. So looking at the 10 feet line here, we see that this is legal. Lateral or even slightly derby direction. Start pass complete for black team, and the jam is called up. Moving on to the next jam. Once again. Momentary confusion there. Apparently black jammer re-entered in a cutting position. So they seeded and did not get awarded lead because they were never legally past everybody. And let's see what's going on in here.
Green 800 direction.
Here once again. There's this offense by green 800. I don't really like my call here. I mean, I guess it could be argued that they fall slightly, not really even. Here I already knew in real time I was like second guessing, maybe that was a bad call. I call this like good lateral offense. So a mistake by me. I don't think this should be called as direction. Even though in the end, especially, it kinda looks like they are falling clockwise a bit, but yeah, I don't really like the call.
Green 800 direction.
Lead awarded finally for green team. Lateral offense once again. Going back clockwise legally, then doing lateral offense. Jammer getting recycled and re-entry is good. Changing my focus once the jammer gets through. And we have a call off. Slight forearms there. It's like this sort of like forearm. Well, I guess this should be called forearm probably. It's always kind of hard if there's arms to the back and the back bends. If it's only the back bending, usually that's not a call, but I guess here the green jammer is like keeping this area clear for themselves by like pushing with the arms this black blocker away. So yeah, I would have liked to call there. yeah, if it's just pushing to the back and the back bends without no other impacts, usually for me that's a no call, because it's unclear what the advantage is or if there was any kind of impediment. But there from the footage it looked pretty clear that it was the forearm impact that made the jammer be able to go through. Forearm penalty assessed for a green blocker. Sub is complete for black team. Green jammer looking for guidance from the bench and calling off the jam. Sub is tempted by the black team. Tight lateral blocking by the green team. Looking for the hands over here. Well, looks good to me. Looks good. Good release before the challenge of the multiplayer. Very tight on the inside. Couldn't tell from the outside what's going on exactly. Here, making my bookmarks once again. Whoops, excuse me. There's a, so 800 has to go around to re-enter, and they do. I was able to focus on that because nothing else more important was going on. Bunch of people falling down, but no clear, like, no clear foul or anything, that, as far as I could tell. Nice spin move for the green jammer, awarded lead. Black jammer staying in bounds, I'm nodding along. So expecting a call off here, probably. Yep. Especially as a jammer ref, it's good to like be aware of the game situation. Like there, to notice that the black jammer got through, so if, unless the team wants to play it long, well, as we once again have a black 2-4, like stabilized with only one hand out of bounds. But anyway, yeah, it's good to be, I mean, game strategy doesn't come into play when officiating, but it's good to, in general, to like anticipate the skater actions based on what it's beneficial for them. So as a jammer ref, you can anticipate the call off, and it helps to get it done quickly.
Black 029. Cut.
Here we have a one of these tight ones again. I think I got this one right. Pretty sure the wheel, well, because the skate is sliding. I mean, this doesn't look like, well, from the angle, first of all, and the fact that the skate is sliding, you can tell that the wheels are on the ground. I mean, probably you can tell anyway, but that's one thing you can use to help yourself. Blocked by green 080. And the jammer is like maybe taking a slight risk there.
Black 029.
And yeah, call that as a cut at that time. Here again, like in real time, I wasn't quite sure about this. This is always like really hard to call accurately. I'm not, well, they might go out of bounds. Wasn't 100% sure about in real time. Then there's this re-entry. Right now, actually, they jump from the green 2-2, jumps from ostensibly out of bounds. and re-enters the track now. So this is the point where we assess the hip to hip, whether this green jammer re-enters behind this initiator of the block, and it looks like they are, at least not clearly, being in front of the black blocker, so re-entry looks to be legal to me from this footage, but obviously it's basically impossible to tell these things quite accurately in real time. So, well, just a really minor point, but it's good to note that this is the point of re-entry for the black jammer, because they are already touching only in bounds. This little hop backwards, actually, the skater might be thinking that this is the point of re-entry, but it's actually not. They were already re-entered. Black jammer rejoining the jam. I was slightly worried there because, well, I'm not focused on the pack at all, but when I see this, I see 3 green and 1 black blocker here in front. I know there's nobody in the penalty box. I'm like worried about. I'm anticipating this, like, very well could be in a lot of cases like a split back where there's 3 black, 1 green at the back and the opposite in the front. So I'm like already anticipating, should I be looking for possible out of play blocks if I hear the no pack call. Again, debating on whether I'm gonna go, well, a lot of things happening here. Here I would call that that's the block that puts black jammer out of bounds. So I'm debating on whether to follow this situation over here, the re-entry of the black jammer, but there's already the other jammer over here, so you just need to make a decision. You can't follow both situations accurately. Here I make the call of changing my focus to the front. And well, there's a excellently positioned OPR here, like looking at it, but well, there's the same thing going on in the back. So if you're in the middle and there's something going on in the front, something going on in the back, then you are like free to choose. The pressure's off. You're not the closest one anyway, so just pick one. One thing to follow. Actually, pretty nice block. Pretty nice block right at the edge on the engagement zone, putting black jammer out, but well, they are out of play then, so they lose their superior position, so the green jammer would be free to re-enter, but they end up calling off the jam. And we go to the next one. Just checking there on my crewmates, so we're good to go. Looks like we are good to go. Lead awarded to black team. Looks good so far. Slightly going backwards. Looks mostly like sucking back. Nothing clearly illegal going on, as far as I can tell. Black recycling green jammer back to the back. Some funny business going on with the hats back there. Apparently there's a star pass that is complete. simul call for forearm penalty for the black skater from the inside. Always gives you a nice sense of validation as a referee when you're making a call and somebody else does the exact same call at the same time. And if you're like starting out, you're in your first scrimmage or like at the start of your journey and it's really intimidating to make calls, you can like start with making the calls just in your head. You don't need to blow the whistle. And then if somebody else makes the same call, that like gives you nice positive reinforcement to your brain that gives you more courage next time the similar thing happens. You just might at that point make the actual call. You don't need to, I mean, it's perfectly normal to start out refereeing and not make a single penalty call in like your several months of reffing. It's one thing you're building up towards.